Stay Forever Home is available now for MetaQuest headsets. The game has been billed as a kind of modern Nintendogs, which is 20 years old now apparently. But that's not really the whole truth. While there is a virtual pet element to Stay Forever Home, there's much more going on besides. Stick around to find out if Stay Forever Home can become your new virtual pet adventure favourite.
Our girl, time to go.
Stay Forever Home is billed as a virtual pet simulator with a bit of a twist. But it's really the other way around. The twist is the bigger part of the experience than the virtual pet. Here at 131XR we recently reviewed Eggy, which you can see up here, and Eggy is more of a virtual pet experience than Stay Forever Home. Stay Forever Home gives you a pet you cannot choose. It's just the one straight up weird dog, wolf, fox thing called Ember. And Ember is your buddy for adventuring. The game has two parts to it which coexist. The first is the strictly virtual pet stuff, and this is MR. You have Ember who sits in your room and you can throw a ball and play fetch and clean Ember and play with them, and it's fine. It works perfectly well as a virtual pet simulator if you want a dog, wolf, fox-like thing as a virtual pet. But the more interesting thing is you have a door that you can place in your room, and when you open the door, you and Ember travel to a fully VR world. And it's here where Stay Forever Home really stands out. In this virtual world, you can conduct lots of different things. You can collect items to trade for other items that Ember wants, for example, for getting nicer food or a leash to take him for walks or whatever it may be. And this is one quest line that you can follow, exploring the environment to find these items and then trading them up for different items. But there's also several other interactive aspects to the game that exist in this virtual world. There are basic missions that unfold for you to clean up the garden. It is phrased as a garden, it is a relatively small area, but it does allow you to explore. There is lots and lots of exploration in this area. To begin with, there's simple things like cleaning away vines, and you see these little, presumably cat ball type creatures that all interact in different ways. Some of them will steal goods, some of them will try and attack Ember, and Ember will chase them, and so on. But all of this rolled in together with the many other minor interactions that you can do in this area create a free-form playground. There is no time limit and there's no pressure to conduct these quest objectives. They're not even really quest objectives, just suggestions of how to interact in this world. And that allows you to play, essentially. It is a playground. You can press on and go for these objectives and try and solve them and get to the next bit, or you can simply explore the environment and take in the sights of this very colourful, cel-shaded-ish world, and engage with the activities as and when you so choose. It's a very freeform combination of, do I want to continue to explore and unveil what else is in this world, or do I want to stick to the path that's laid out in front of me? And really, there's never any pressure to do either. Stay Forever Home is a good looking game. As I said before, it's incredibly colourful, the world, and it is obviously aimed at a younger audience, or at least a family audience. But there is still enough here to warrant investigation from older gamers. It's not quite to the depths of something like Animal Crossing about the amount of interaction you can do and the customization, but you can customize your garden in certain ways. You can uproot plants and move them around and add additional objects in the environment. And when you're done with your customization and adventuring in the VR world, you can return through the door back to your MR world simply for the virtual pet simulator, for playing with Ember in your own space rather than going on walks and adventures in the VR space. There's very few points in the game at which you're stuck with nothing to do. You'll always be encouraged either by the objectives given to you or by wants that Ember has or trading options. You're always encouraged to be doing something. And that's a bit different to most virtual pet simulators, which are typically come here for 5, 10, 15 minutes, do this thing, and then go away again. Stay Forever Home can give you hours at a time of entertainment at a very leisurely pace. While there is some basic action involved, such as chasing the little cat ball things and so on. It's not exactly a high octane experience. And there is no sprint functionality, though both teleportation and smooth locomotion options do exist. You are encouraged to take things slow, to unwind and enjoy the world that has been presented to you. And there is certainly room in VR for that kind of experience. But don't be expecting any kind of adrenaline rush gameplay here. That's not what Stay Forever Home is about. The options to expand Stay Forever Home post-launch are pretty extensive. The garden can be expanded quite a lot. You could add in additional pets if there is enough request for them. Ember is lovely. It's a very lovely pet creature to have with you. But maybe some customization options, maybe changing the color or maybe even adding in different species would be optional down the line. And Stay Forever Home is positioned to become a game that is open-ended, that more and more can be added into it. The basics are here, the fundamentals are there, and is enough to keep you engrossed for several hours as the game stands. So there's only hope that the developers are going to see this, are going to recognize that there is opportunity, and I'm sure they already have. There's opportunity to expand on what is here in numerous different ways, adding in new quest lines, if you can call them quests, activities, pet options, customization options, and so on. Stay Forever Home, as it stands, this Day 1 launch edition, is a great platform upon which to build. So while Stay Forever Home may not be the virtual pet simulator you're expecting, there's much more going on here besides. It doesn't take away from the virtual pet element, it simply builds on it. So if you were going to choose a virtual pet simulator in VR right now, Stay Forever Home would be our recommendation.